My capstone was personalized professional learning, and I didn't get in here to see Cassandra's, so, and it's just as well. And Mark, I think yes, he's already gone. I probably should have gone first, so I wouldn't have to follow these people. But, anyways, back in October, I wear many hats at the district level. I'm at the board office. I'm also the professional development coordinator, intervention specialist, and a number of different things. And anything anybody else doesn't want to do or can't do, then I usually step up and try to do it. But I just have a little handout for you that I didn't have time to do a PowerPoint. But if you'll just kind of bear with me. In October, I gave you a handout that looks similar to this, and I said I'm doing a needs assessment with all of my teachers. We have 5 schools, 3 elementaries, a high school, and a middle school. And what I did is I took the need assessment. I just kind of randomly chose some of the teachers, and I said, would you just look at the questions on here? They're very, very simple. Fill it out, fold it up, don't even put your name on it, and just make sure that I get it back. I went to some of the schools and called teachers on planning time, and I just said, can I have 5 minutes of your time? So I sat down and gave them the paper and just kind of went over it and kind of talked to them. So I did it in 3 different ways. And then I just basically said, here, fill this out. I'm going to sit and wait. You just kind of do it. So I wanted to see how they would work under pressure with me sitting there, what answers they would give to me, as well as just doing it on their own. So I really got some good information. But on the front page is basically the 5 questions that I ask. First of all, what is an idea of a perfect school? And there's some answers to those in just a few minutes that I'm going to go with you. What do you think that the teaching profession will look like in 5 years? Now, those of you that's been in education for a while, 5 years from now, it's definitely going to be changing. What have you done lately to help you grow professionally? And what skills will help you to be effective, more effective at your job? And what resources do you need? And then I had some thought questions over on the back. Do you think that Wolfe County Schools can be a school of innovation? What skills do teachers and principals need to implement that? And then kind of summarize what they thought there. If you flip over to the next page, our next steps, we went to revisit the self-reflection and the PGP to determine the needs of all the teachers and administrators. Also encourage more involvement in the PANS, which is offered through KVAC, PLCs with content areas, and we have already started a district design team for math, and Jennifer has been part of that and has met with us a couple of times. And I've already got people that's wanting to do science, and we're hoping to do that, get that started this summer, as well as English, and bring the other content areas in as well. But our math team has really been doing a good job and being able to share that information and to build that program and some assessments. Also, to continue to provide support for the needs that have been identified and encourage staff time with the non-traditional days. And, of course, the non-traditional days that we had is what it has enabled us to get out of school. But the most important thing is a lot of our students on the 10 days that we had out, they were doing projects. They were online doing programs. They were, and it's all been documented. Mr. Bell, our superintendent, sent out an email yesterday and said that the state, of course, they came up and did an audit, and everything was approved. And so we're very appreciative of that and was able to, our teachers came in on the days that they could get in. They would call home and say, I'm at school. If you have questions about homework or if you're online doing something, let me know, and I'll be glad to help you. So, the teachers still have to put in their time. It's just a matter of the teaching and the learning taking place. Page 3, what do we know? Well, of course, first of all, technology, as it evolves continuously, it's growing more and more rapidly, and either, get on board or get left behind. That's basically what it boils down to. Our teachers need to be actively engaged. It's not a matter of just, coming or going to a conference and sit there. The teachers need to be engaged in order to get meaning for their own learning. Some anonymous answers from the survey. Some of the teachers said students should engage in active hands-on learning and share what they learn with others. We need some more positive attitudes. I thought that was kind of cute. And then when asked about a perfect school, they said, I don't believe that they're going to be a perfect school, but can we get some perfect students? So if you all know of any perfect students, Wolf County would be glad to take them. I agree. And we do have some perfect students. The teaching profession in 5 years one teacher said, will become more corporate-like structure as far as reporting and accountability. That was their thought. Also, they think that the textbooks are going to go away. Of course, we know that that's happening already. Some traditional professional development, professional learning versus personalized learning. If we move from traditional in our schools, it must begin with the school leaders, must begin at the central office. Principals must take that on as well. They need to be the leaders and continue to push that on down to their teachers. If you flip over to the back side, some key findings with professional learning. And if any of you get the KASA little newsletter, I want to give a shout out to Jennifer. She did an excellent article in that, and I appreciate that so much. And it was about personalizing professional learning, and where she talked about badging and micro-credentialing and all that kind of, so that was absolutely fantastic. Professional learning is now virtually free for, anybody that wants it. It's just a matter of, getting online, finding it, versus us sending people out to a conference and paying mileage and transportation and food and all that kind of stuff. So we can do it now from our desk. Also, we found out that teachers need a voice in what they need. So being the PD coordinator, I did send out a survey to our teachers and principals, and I said, I can get you professional development, but I need you to tell me what you need and what you want. So it's not a matter of me setting up something and just saying go to it. I want you to tell me what you need and what you'd like to have. Professional learning conversations are focused on a set number of hours. When you just say, well, you've got to get 6 hours in, they want to go to anything, just get their 6 hours in and go home. So we don't want that to happen. We want them to go. We want them to get something from that. A couple little quotes I put over on the other side. John Maxwell, I read a lot of his stuff. A leader is one who knows the way, who goes the way, and shows the way. I just thought that was really good. Impact on teaching and learning. Our main business is learning as educators. Our goal, our core business remains the student growth and learning, and it stands to reason that teacher growth and learning is nearly, if not equally, as important. Effective professional learning mirrors effective classroom instruction. And of course, Tom Murray is another person Jennifer mentioned earlier that I like to read. And a quote that I've got on there from him, it says, our kids and our teachers are worth the effort, and they deserve the effort. And the little cartoon over on the right-hand side says, an ineffective teacher is the one that's doing all the work, rather than letting your students do the work. Questions? Well, unless I go to the school and say, I need you to tell me what to do, what your teachers need, I don't get a whole lot. So that's basically what I do. And they get tired of seeing me hang around. They want me out there, they'll tell me something. So that's basically sometimes what it comes down to. So thank you.